Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing the Pacifist. So for our character trait we have gain 0.65 material and XP for every living enemy at the end of a wave. You start with one lumberjack shirt, but you have negative 100% damage and negative 100 engineering. So any strategy that involves trying to kill the enemies is just unfeasible. You're not going to kill anything realistically past waves 1 and 2, which means our entire purpose is to survive. Okay, so we have three weapon choices: the hand, the pruner, and the taser. The pruner gives us garden spawns, which spawn fruit, which we can eat to heal ourselves. The taser gives a little slow in a radius every time we fire. Personally, I think the hand is by far the best option. You get 30 knockback on each attack, and generally I say knockback is useless. On the pacifist, you will love this knockback. You also get unarmed, which gives you dodge percent, and support, which gives you harvesting. And the hand also has the passive harvesting, additional harvesting, okay? And each time you upgrade, the harvesting on these will also go up. So I think the hand is easily the best weapon for pacifist. I think playing this character is really unique because he doesn't try to kill enemies, right? Which we haven't seen on any other character so far. He tries to just run away. So you have to come up with a completely different way of playing the game and prioritizing completely different stats than normal to play him successfully. And then here we do want to get armor would be good, but harvesting and luck early on are really nice. Ugly Tooth also incredible on this character. Since your strategy is just staying alive, slowing enemies is massive for you, okay? But since we do always see two weapons in the shops, the first two shops, you will always see two weapons and you have a super high chance to see the weapon you are holding. So we're looking for hands, right? Because we get more harvesting, not only from having the hand itself, but also from the support weapon class, okay? You just want to keep re-rolling and picking up those hands. Okay, we didn't get another one, that's okay. It would cost 12 to get another hand, so we're not going to re-roll. Just gonna go ahead and continue. But yeah, you want to upgrade your hands as quickly as possible, so you can get that additional harvesting. And also, you don't really lose anything from killing enemies. It's just you're not going to. That's not really your focus. Your focus is kiting enemies around properly, so you don't take damage, and running to this tree so I can get the loot. Okay, I didn't get anything, but I got a little materials, right? Trees drop 3 materials. Speed is also incredibly important. Okay, guys, speed is really important on this character. I'm going to skip it here because I do want to try and get more luck or harvesting. Okay, I got both of them, luck and harvesting. Also, we get a coupon. So we're going to lock the two items. So these will take up 2 slots, but we will always see 2 weapons in shop 2, okay? So we're going to go ahead and look for more hands. If we get up to 6 hands here, we'll be very happy. Okay, we got 6 hands. So now we have 6 hands. We maxed out our support weapon class. We have 56 harvesting going into wave 3. So we can go ahead and continue. And something I could have done is actually roll one more time, since that second shop has such a high chance to show you the weapon you're holding, because it always shows you 2 weapons, and each one has a 50% chance to be the weapon you have currently. So we had a really high chance to see a hand. We could have re-rolled and then just tried to lock a hand and purchase it as soon as we go into the next shop. But it's not really necessary. It is kind of effective though. I definitely could have done it. Okay, uh, of course I would always take this, generally speaking, but a tier 3 armor upgrade is such a big deal. We're obviously going to take that. And speed. Okay guys, since this is, you can see this is 100% tier 2 upgrades, we're looking for that speed here. That speed will make us much safer in the coming waves. And then we also got, we have the coupon first to lower the price, and then we buy the second hand, and we just reroll from here. More tree spawns. Okay, this is also an interesting item. Normally we would skip this. However, since we have the lumberjack shirt, we one-shot trees. Getting more tree spawns is not really a bad thing. It's actually quite nice for us. And we don't need any of these, I'd say. Yeah, let's just go ahead and continue. Yeah, more tree spawns. Generally, I skip that item on a lot of other characters. It's never really bad, it's just that it doesn't do much. And since trees only give you 3 materials each, And they do have a 20% chance to drop a loot crate, like you just saw. We got a loot crate. That is the main thing. If you were looking to try and find a lot of loot crates, you can get a lot of tree spawns. Okay, we got really lucky. We got two in a row. Then you can get this item because it is really cheap normally. So you don't really lose much from buying it. It's just that a lot of characters don't really want to spend that money on something like a tree in the early game. We're definitely taking this. We don't need damage. So again, don't need damage. And speed is good. Yeah, generally lots of characters don't really care about seeing trees. They would rather spend it on something more effective, like upgrading their weapons, maybe getting more damage percent, similar things. We're gonna go ahead and buy another cake here. And Gentle Alien. This is interesting, right? We get max HP and we get additional enemies, which also means we get more materials. Because they stay alive, they will give us materials. So what if we go and take that and just continue re-rolling? We're not really seeing anything we like here. Okay, this is not bad. The bag. We'll go ahead and roll one more time. We got a propeller hat. We're going to take that. Some luck in exchange for damage. We do not need damage. Speed in exchange for range. This is also quite good because, like I said, speed is really important on the Pacifist. This is one of the few characters that I believe going above 20% speed is maybe a little bit justified. It's not necessarily a bad thing. As long as you're not prioritizing speed over, stats that you really need, then taking speed along the way, even if you pass 20% speed, is completely fine, I think. You can see here, I'm just kind of clumping the enemies up and moving around them, / moving around the edge of the map, looking for our trees. I've gotten pretty lucky with the loot crate drops. We've actually gotten a lot of loot crates. This is interesting. So we do actually have quite a bit of dodge, and we could stack it up. We also have knockback, which is important to us, so we could skip this, but I think that the 8 max health is well worth it, so we're going to go ahead and get that. And reroll here, reroll, luck. Okay, we're going to take luck here. Could take harvesting. Tier 2 luck is quite nice, and a little bit of range is also not bad on our character, because it means that we can attack enemies and push them back from farther away. Another hand, putting us at 79 harvesting. Get the beanie, and 1 max HP for every permanent armor you have. This is not bad. It's also not super impressive. Unless we had a ton of armor, this is not super highly valuable in my opinion. For example, the cake gives us 3 max health automatically, only 26 materials, no requirements, right? Go ahead and continue. Oh, another bag. So this can be quite nice, right? The bag, plus getting a lot of tree spawns, means you have a higher chance to find those loot crates. Okay, and buy this, and combine and buy this. And now we're down to 10 materials. Obviously, we're not going to roll again here. Can't afford to buy anything. And here we finally have the chargers spawning automatically. You just want to be careful. You can get them to charge into walls like this. Try to stay up against the wall, of course, as it means that the enemies will charge into the wall as well. And then just dodge the ones that come towards you head first. You can see I'm just moving along the wall. Get the enemies to follow you. You can see we're actually outspeeding them quite a lot. So they're not really... If you stay a certain range away from these enemies, by the way, they will not charge at all. They have to be a set distance for me to charge. If I saw a tree spawn, I'm going to greed. Go for it. Okay, I got a crate, so our greed paid off. And yeah, more speed, more speed, more speed. You can pretty much always take speed if you find something like the beanies, right? Losing range is not a big deal. We don't care about that. 2 armor is not bad. We'll go ahead and take that. And harvesting is great. We do not care about any damage. We go ahead and take that. And another tree. So we're now sitting at 2 trees. The more of these we get, the more trees we'll see. The more crates will drop, the more materials we'll get, right? It's kind of cyclical. We want to go ahead and buy that. Armor is also not bad. But I think we can skip this still. Losing speed doesn't feel great, so I don't want to do that. This is interesting. So engineering and damage percent are negligible. They're irrelevant stats for us. However, the luck is not bad, just for 6 luck. Similarly, Little Frog, 10 harvesting is not bad. I will actually take the frog, because 10 harvesting will pay itself off rather quickly, and upgrade our hand. And the metal detector, I think we'll go ahead and skip that. The luck is not super important to us. And yeah, we're on wave 7. Wave 7 is pretty safe in my opinion. I don't think it's an issue for the pacifist. I think wave 8 and potentially wave 8 can be dangerous. Wave 10 can be very dangerous. Okay, guys. So you're going to see when we get to wave 10, I'll try to explain how to play it. Though you should, like I said, be taking a lot of speed in these early stages, speed, armor, getting those stats to make yourself a lot more tanky and agile so you can dodge enemies easily. If you don't do this, wave 10 will be difficult, okay? So make sure you're taking speed early on. And you can see we have a ton of trees spawning all over the place. That's thanks to the tree items that we have. Okay, perfect. The only reason I took that much damage is because I was greedy to run around and hit the trees. You can easily dodge these enemies just moving around the edge of the map. And 15 luck is huge. We're at 25, this puts us at 40. And attack speed is also huge. So we don't need to do damage, of course, but more attack speed means we get to knock back enemies more consistently. Okay, go ahead and buy a baby gecko. It's quite... it's not actually super useful though, but it does give 10 range, so I'm going to buy it anyways. I think I'm just too much of a fan of the baby gecko. This is by no means an S tier item, but in my heart, it is S tier. So you don't need to buy this though, the baby gecko. Again, I am sorry. I have very strong feelings for my little friend, the baby gecko. Not skip him. Okay, Lucky Charm is really nice, right? 30 luck. We lose melee and range damage, which we don't care about at all. And the lure gives us 2 HP regen. Of course, we can't kill the loot aliens. I think the HP regen is not bad. It is a little expensive though, so we're going to go ahead and skip. And a wheelbarrow. Okay, we love the wheelbarrow here. 123 harvesting, 139. We do lose an armor, so this is a little greedy, but I think this helps you scale more quickly, which is all we care about. Scaling up our resources so we can get more tank stats, and eventually we will look invincible. I think the biggest threat to you is definitely going to be wave 10, guys. Okay, I'm going to say it again. You need to make sure you have enough speed before you reach wave 10, or you will probably struggle. You might even end up dying, and you'll think, oh, how did I die? What's wrong? Right? I'm really tanky, or this or that. You need to have the speed. You see how I'm kiting the enemies? Most of the enemies on the screen are not even remotely close to me. The chargers or the bruisers, they're not even reaching me. I can even run through the center of the map like that for a tree because I'm so fast. Right? You can't do that if you don't have the speed stat. The speed stats to support this sort of movement. So we're gonna run through again for another tree. Very greedy of me, but I think I can dodge everything right. I trust myself. Yeah, easy enough. Okay. This we don't need. We might as well take the materials. HP regen is okay. I don't want to reduce enemy numbers because they give us materials, of course. Armor, okay. If you ever see any high quality armor upgrades, you should take them, okay? We're sitting at 7 armor. That is incredible. Makes this a lot harder to kill. Nothing here, nothing here. Oh, the snail. Okay. This item, just like the ugly tooth, slows enemy speed. I always say this item, S tier. I love this item. I think it's really strong. They buffed it from 5 to 8%. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw that in the patch notes. This item is great, and it's even better on the pacifist than other characters, in my opinion. Because all you want to do is run away. Well, you're slowing enemies, that helps you run away, right? Enemies slower means you get to run away more effectively. And then another hand, the tier 4 hand gives 18 harvesting, okay? So you definitely want to combine your hands and try to upgrade them as quickly as possible. And Terrified Onion, speed for luck, is also a good trade for us. We're definitely going to take that. And the metal. Generally, I would skip this because I think I value crit chance. In this case, we don't need the crit chance, but we need the speed, armor, and health. So the metal is quite good on Pacifist. You can definitely pick that up. And you saw we were sitting at 155 harvesting. You can see we're moving really quickly, right? If I just run around like this, I can easily outrun the enemies. Though you see the way they spawn, it makes it a little awkward since they keep spawning in big clumps and they spawn kind of in front of us. They do have to make some sort of attempt to move between enemies to make sure you're not getting hit. And we're going to reach wave 10 in a moment here, and I will show you guys why it is so dangerous, okay? Again, you need speed. You need speed. make sure you take some speed in your early waves. I'd say taking luck, harvesting, speed, and then armor are probably the most important 4 stats for the pacifist in these earlier waves. Later on, you can get a bit of healing potentially. You can get maybe some more max HP potentially, but you really want those 4 stats I mentioned. If you don't have luck and harvesting, you won't scale properly. If you don't have the armor, you could die easily from getting hit too much. Again, armor tier 3, I'm taking it. Speed tier 3, I'm taking it. It's like the game heard me, right? You need the armor, you need the speed, okay? 11 armor, 28 speed. This, we could get more. I promise you, we could get more of both of these and it would not be overkill. This is really all you care about on this character. Similarly, the Chameleon, 3% dodge. This is very expensive. I generally skip this on most characters. We're taking it here. Survivability stats are all that matter. Max HP, more speed for luck, that's completely fine. We don't want to lose HP regen though. We're going to stack that up eventually. Another speed, armor, max HP from the metal. Another hand, and some more luck. And luck. Armor in exchange for speed is actually not bad, but we do already have 12 armor, which means we are getting, you know, a lot of diminishing returns at this point. So speed does not technically have diminishing returns, right? 1% speed is always 1% speed. 1% armor. If you have one single armor, you get 6 damage reduction, 6% damage reduction. But as you go up, you get less and less. So that does have some big diminishing returns. And you see here, some people probably already understand why this looks so difficult. The enemies do not really spawn in clumps. They spawn all over the map, which makes it a little bit difficult. Not a little bit, very difficult if you don't have the movement speed to move through and sort of weave between enemies properly. That is why we care so much about having high speed. This, you see, you would not be able to move like this. You would be getting cornered very constantly. It would make your game miserable. You might end up dying. You would be unhappy, be like, oh, what's wrong with the pacifist character, so weak? He definitely has a unique playstyle. I don't think he's weak by any means. I think most of the characters are quite strong in their own ways. You just have to know how to play them. So yeah, movement speed is key. You saw I barely got hit, but that's thanks to my movement, okay? Butterfly we can definitely take. Lifesteal is welcome, and we don't need elemental damage. We don't need either of these, so we're going to recycle. And okay, this is interesting. So since we're getting a tier 3 upgrade, we actually want to look for potentially harvesting. Okay, yeah, harvesting, okay? We could also have taken maybe more armor or even more speed if we liked, but I think 35 is actually a nice number. I can play the game pretty smoothly with this much speed and not feel bad. This is good as well. Armor and dodge, we want to stack those up. This is not bad also, right? Usually you would skip this on, I think every single character I've played in this series so far, I have skipped the alien baby. But we can take it here, right? Because we're not trying to kill enemies, so we don't care how much health they have. Gentle alien, same thing. We get max health and more enemy spawns, which means we also get more money from our passive. Shmoop, same thing. We skip this really often. Pacifist likes this item, okay? These are all really good on Pacifist. And community support. Okay, this is really funny. This item is not bad on a lot of characters. You do lose 2 armor though. But the issue with it is if you're wiping out enemies anyways, then you don't really get that much benefit from gaining attack speed from alive enemies, right? You'd rather just have everything be dead. So it's kind of doesn't work, or it sort of works against itself in an awkward way. But when you're playing pacifist and you're not killing anything, well then, you know, having enemies give you attack speed just means you attack ridiculously fast because everything is alive. You're not killing anything. So there can be up to 100 enemies on the screen at once. That means the community support is giving you the full benefit of the passive, because every single enemy is just on the screen alive. You get a ton of attack speed. You can just knock back enemies super easily, consistently. So the item is kind of hilarious, honestly. We'll see it in a second, how fast we start attacking with our hands, just from that one item. And you see the pursuers are max speed, they can't catch me. It's not possible because I have too much speed and I'm reducing their speed with the old snail and the ugly tooth. And yeah, okay, we don't want these. Also don't want these. Okay, 20 luck is great. It's also tier 4. This could have been armor, speed, health, dodge. We would have taken any of them. And fairy is also super great. We're going to get 14 HP regen from this, right? Up to 16. Community support, same thing. Great on pacifist. These items are all great on pacifist, and like these four in particular, the lucky charm, lots of these are really bad on a lot of characters. Pacifist loves them. Okay, guys, keep that in mind. And then we can actually take this mushroom, since it will give us more HP regen from the fairy. But first we're going to take the hand, because this gives us another 8 harvesting when it gets upgraded. And the little frog. We could take this for more harvesting as well. Sure, why not? Let's just focus on stacking harvesting. Let's not worry too much about the dodge percent. And you saw we made it through wave 10. So at this point we are quite safe. It is almost impossible for us to die now, I'd say. Once you get to this wave, you should be really, really difficult to kill. I think you should never die once you get to these later stages. You have the... If you make it to wave 12, I think the run is kind of over again. Wave 10, though, can be quite dangerous if you don't have the speed, okay? I don't think it's really dangerous. I think Pacifist, you rarely have any situations where you could lose the run unless you don't take speed for wave 10. I know I said this like, I think I've already said this like 10 times in the past 10 minutes, but I just want to prioritize that since it's a really important and sort of, it is also like a pacifist specific danger wave. Because other characters like go to wave 10 and they're just like, oh, it's just whatever, it's just a bunch of random enemies, you just kill everything. That's not how it works on the pacifist. Okay, Bean Teacher, this is really nice. We can level up. We're only on wave 12, so definitely take that. We do not need more attack speed. We really want, sure, more armor. Just anything that helps increase your survivability. 15 armor puts us at 50% less damage taken. That is huge, okay? Another hand. So our harvesting is at 224. We'll take a little frog and put that at 234. And mushroom gives us HP regen plus 4. Okay, another hand. So I'm going to go ahead and combine this. Buy the hand. Buy the coffee. Buy the duct tape, because armor is better than max HP since we have so much max health already. This also gives us HP regen. Coil we could skip. This is a new item. We don't care about the damage percent passive. 5 knockback is not really worth it. We have 28 knockback. That is plenty for us. We don't need a ton more than that. And we definitely want to buy all of these because they all give us additional HP regen, right? You can see a little fairy. We buy it. It will give us plus 1 HP regen to the fairy. Okay. And you see our attack speed is also, where is it at? 25%. I'll show you guys in a second, because you can only see this during the wave when enemies are alive. But you will see that our attack speed is going to be a really high number. It's not going to be 25%. That is thanks to community support. And yeah, same thing as the other waves. At this point, you should be really safe if you have your speed stacked up. You have all your armor, max health, everything right. You should feel really safe. Just moving around the edges of the map. You can even take hits like that. It's not a big deal. As long as you don't get hit like 20 times in a row, I think you'll be fine. I can even sort of not even really try to actively dodge the enemies. I can just run around the edge of the map and be safe. Okay, I'm going to pause here so you guys can see. Attack speed 127%. That is because of community support, plus 102 attack speed, because that means there's 102 enemies currently on the screen. So this item is actually quite useful on our character. Also, I stood still and didn't even die. I stood still for about 2 or 3 seconds there while I was closing the menu. Yeah, you can see community support makes us have a lot of attack speed for free, which is huge for the pacifist. This is interesting. This actually doesn't do anything because we don't need the damage stats, and we could take it for the plus 1 HP regen, but we're losing 1, so it's just break even. So this is just recycle for 0, or for the money. Okay, we don't need these. Okay, more armor or HP regen. We could just try and stack armor so you guys can see the diminishing returns. We had 15 armor, 50% damage reduction. We got another 4 armor. It only gave us 6% damage reduction for 4 armor. So massive diminishing returns on armor. It does not do much once you get this much of it. More luck is great. We'll go ahead and take that. And another hand. We have to get rid of one of these though. So let's go ahead and get rid of the tier 1. Buy the bat. The gold skull for HP regen. baby elephant, this. All of these will give us HP regen because they're unique tier 1 items, right? Every unique tier 1 item. Oh, sorry. This is a unique tier 1 item, but you can have, how do I put this? Duplicates of an item will not give you more HP regen for the fairy. So we just want to have one copy of everything. It's giving us 22 HP regen currently. Oh, another fertilizer. We're happy to take that. And defective steroids, more HP regen. We do lose a little attack speed. It's completely fine. Community support is all the attack speed we need. Though we would take some more if we could get some appropriate items like the coffee, right? Coffee 10% attack speed. We would definitely take that. And yeah, now we're just playing out the wave, just moving around the edges of the map. Running at the trees when we can. Try and get some more loot crates. And you see these spawner enemies, the ones that spawn the junkies when you kill them. We can't even kill those enemies, and I believe those are the squishiest enemies in the game. These big blob-looking things that are like moving really slowly, right, and not really attacking us. Yeah, we can't even kill them, so they're not even spawning the enemies that are inside of them. Moved in to hit the tree. I want more chances to get loot crates, of course. Hit the tree here again. Run through, look for more trees. Okay, nothing. It's completely fine. Easy, right? We don't want this, no damage. We don't want this. I mean, 5 max health. No, we don't really need max health though, to be honest. We don't need attack speed or range, any of these. We don't really need these either. We could take dodge. So dodge is actually the most efficient stat now, since we have so much diminishing returns from armor. We don't need more speed, and we have a ton of all of these healing and max HP stats, right? So dodge is probably the most efficient stat to take at this point. And interestingly, if I took power generator, I could actually go for a damage percent build where we do deal some damage, but it's so unnecessary and a little bit ridiculous to do. I'm not going to do that here. Oh, blood donation. This is quite good actually, since we do heal so much from the HP regen and life steal. And then also 3% more dodge. We'll go ahead and take that. Coupon. Lost duck. We could take this for the HP regen. I don't like the piercing bullets. I'm going to go ahead and skip it. We lose a little bit of knockback. I'll go ahead and buy this. And 2 harvesting in exchange for 1 HP regen, I don't want to do. Wandering bots, though, we could buy this. A lot of characters that hate most of these items, right? Alien Baby, Schmoop, community support, blood donation, the wandering bots. Generally speaking, these are not really effective ways to spend your money, these items. They don't have high impact on your run, on the majority of characters. But on Pacifist, we are really happy to take pretty much all of these. Just like super supportive defensive items that just increase our chances to never die. Decrease our chances of dying, increase our chances to become immortal one day. Eventually we could just stand in the center of the screen and never die, right? We had enough armor, dodge, health, regen, and that is the goal on Pacifist. And you can see I really don't even have to do this anymore, but once you get to this point you are pretty much unkillable. I'm just running in a square shape around the edge of the map, and no enemies can touch me, and if they do touch me it doesn't matter because I take such low damage with all our armor, HP regen, and dodge. Enemies have no chance of killing me if I just make this movement around the edge of the map. Okay, wheelbarrow. So this armor loss, this 1 armor is not a big deal. We're gonna go from 56% to 55%. So we lost 1% less damage or damage reduction from losing 1 total armor. But yeah, the armor gets really capped around 15. You can see from 15 to 18, it's only giving us an additional 5% damage reduction. That is not much. Yeah, we don't want to lose harvesting. We're just going to skip this. Dodge and armor are much more valuable than HP here. Same thing, the armor for max HP. It's completely fine. I'm going to reroll these. Look for something better. Range could be okay, but unnecessary, to be honest. Some more speed. Also kind of unnecessary. Okay, dodge. That's probably the best thing we could have gotten. And let's reroll a little bit. Okay, harvesting. The dodge and harvesting are definitely the best stats we could get here. We could also have gotten maybe a high tier luck upgrade or even just more speed, but I thought, armor, dodge, harvesting, healing stats, these are all better. So went for those instead. Do not take Weird Ghost if you have blood donation. Okay, guys, trust me on this. Um, not worth it. And yeah, we buy the Dangerous Bunny, of course. Harvesting for damage. We love this. Gonna take that. Buy the hand. Buy the metal plate. Buy the acid, maybe. Or max HP. No, we don't really need max HP, right? Dodge is more valuable than max HP now. Another lucky charm. Another metal plate. And another hand upgrade. So we have 412 harvesting and a ridiculous amount of armor, 25 armor, 63% damage reduction, 43% dodge, 35% speed, 31 regen. Yeah, we're looking pretty safe. Once you get to these waves, you can probably stand still for the most part and be safe. But if you want to be completely safe, just move around the edge of the map and keep killing your trees, getting your loot crates. Right. I'm curious how much damage I'll take if I just stand still. Okay, so the helmed aliens can't even reach me because of my knockback and my attack speed. And again, that's thanks to, right, attack speed is all thanks to community support. It's giving us 0.3 attack speed, or 0.3 attack cooldown, so we attack every 0.3 seconds. I'm gonna run through them to get the trees. So yeah, we could unironically stand still in this wave, and I think we'd be safe. We're getting hit by bruisers, they're not really killing us. Yeah, so this is what I meant, right? Also, I want to get the tree. Okay, we start taking a little damage because I think every single enemy is nearly buffed at this point by the buffers, which is making them deal more damage. So they are slowly whittling me down. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I don't die here. But yeah, this is my point. The Pacifist, it may feel difficult to play. You just have to make sure you're taking the right stats, like 12% speed, right? Don't need that. 10 harvesting, we definitely like that. And we got, okay, we're not going to take this anymore. We're getting the last tier 4 hand. So harvesting up to 455. And this gives us 3 armor, instantly attracts all materials. This is one of my favorite items. It's just so nice to have things fly at you, materials fly at you. But in this case, we lose HP regen, and we don't need the material attraction effect. So this is just a waste. We also have insane diminishing returns on our armor. We don't really need it. This, on the other hand, plus HP regen, plus HP recover from consumables. We do lose a little dodge, that's completely fine. This as well. Luck, armor, dodge, speed, attack speed, HP regen, and max HP, and lifesteal. Everything here is actually useful for you, aside from the damage percent. So you can take this, because even though we lose 3 HP regen, it ends up becoming only negative 1% HP regen. Everything else we need, so we might as well buy this, right? The potato. Okay. And yeah, now we are just looking for more things like that make us tankier, though the lure is a little bit of a waste. Scar is not a waste, on the other hand. More HP regen. Take one of those. And yeah, one more reroll. Okay, recycling machine is quite good here. And stone skin. I believe I skipped this earlier. It is a unique item, so you can only get one copy of it. Pacifist is probably one of the few characters that likes this because you get so much armor that you actually end up getting value from this. 26 max HP is a little bit ridiculous for a single item. We're going to hit the boss some just because it makes him get slower by the ugly tooth. Reduce his speed somewhat. And you can see he can no longer charge at us because he is too slow compared to us. Cannot keep up anymore. So we can actually just kite around the edge of the map and the boss will never be able to reach us. Of course, I'm not going to do that because I want to get my trees. So I am going to run through and get the trees. And again, you can see the buffed pursuers are moving at us at Mach 10. they're running at us very quickly and they still can't reach us. So this is why speed is so important. Because, another 10 armor is not really going to do anything here. Another 15 armor wouldn't do anything here. But 30% speed, that's doing a lot. A lot. It makes you so much safer. And the wave's over. Easy enough, right? We're at wave 17. We have not been in danger in a very long time. And I will go ahead and take this, even though it's a little bit late in the waves to be taking more harvesting. Okay, here, maybe not these. More armor. Sure, let's get more armor. And then we also get stone skin, plus 29 health, duct tape plus armor, another shmoop, another plant for the HP regen, and a crown. Okay, so normally if you're at wave or shop 17, you should probably not be taking an item that stacks every wave. In this case though, I think it's kind of funny because we have 500 harvesting. This will actually give us another 8% increase per wave. So it will almost pay itself off, even though it's way too late to be taking this. If we had gotten this on wave 10 or something, it would have been a little bit ridiculous. Go ahead and kill the trees, keep moving around the edge of the map. And yeah, I mean, I think the strategy here is should be quite obvious from this video. But this is also why we like the hands, right? The hands give you so much harvesting just passively from their stat bonus plus from the weapon bonus. You just get to stack up that harvesting really easily when you use hands, and you also get that very nice, convenient knockback, which I think is much better than the taser and the pruner. So this is why I said I think you should always take the hand on Pacifist. Otherwise the game might actually be difficult to play. I think the taser is really weak on Pacifist, and the pruner as well. They're really, really weak on this character. At least compared to the hands, right? More harvesting. So our harvesting went up to 559. This is a bit ridiculous to take at this point, so I'm not actually going to do it. More speed, sure. We're definitely not taking a tier 1 upgrade. Okay, they really want me to take harvesting, huh? Okay, we could take some lifesteal. It's not bad. And again, this is also lifesteal. We could take this. Oh, okay, boxing glove, HP regen, knockback, melee damage. Really nice. Explosion damage and HP regen. A duck. We don't want to lose dodge. Want to get more dodge percent, if anything. Go ahead and skip, right? Nothing useful. Okay, the metal, speed, armor, max health. That's good. The piggy bank could be good, but it's a little late. This gives us dodge, and this gives us max health. One more reroll here. One more. Okay, the bunny, and one more. And the plant. The plant is good as well. You can see we're at 40 HP regen, 3.67 health per second, and 31 armor, 67% less damage taken. Dodge is almost soft capped at 60%, and we have 62% speed. So yeah, Pacifist is a very interesting character. He is fun to play sometimes, though personally I kind of like, obliterating all the enemies on the screen. I'm not a fan of running away from everything, but I do think this is fun in its own way. Definitely it feels like something that's enjoyable to play every so often, because you just end up being able to do this, right? Stand in the center of the screen and not do anything. Other characters can do this, but it's a little different because they don't tank 100 enemies simultaneously. They kill them like really quickly for the most part. But you can see here, yeah, I can kind of tank everything for a pretty long time. The only reason we're taking damage is because of the buffers, right? The buffers are increasing the enemy's damage, so all these red outlined enemies are buffed up. They have a ton of extra damage. Otherwise, we wouldn't even dip below full health at any point. They weren't buffed up, so yeah. Okay, we made it to the end of the run. We're gonna go ahead and recycle. Lifesteal, sure. Let's just click things. Lifesteal. This. HP regen. Metal. Yep. Another plant. This gives us HP regen, sure, why not? One of these, maybe. Go again. A snake HP regen, cake. More dodge, chameleon. Continue. Nothing here. Continue. More HP regen, more HP regen. And that's it. Yeah, okay. We'll look at our stats again in a second, and we'll look at item stats right after this. Oh yeah, there was an interesting fact. I believe I'm completely correct. I don't think I'm remembering wrong. On the Pacifist, if you couldn't kill the enemies on wave 5, I believe it didn't give you the achievement, or it didn't count as killing the bosses previously. They did change that, unless I'm just completely misremembering. But I feel like I beat wave 5 on the Pacifist, and I remember I have like a faint memory of the first time beating this on Pacifist. I didn't actually get the completion because it said I didn't kill the bosses, basically. So you just couldn't get wave 5 or difficulty level 5. Well, just in general, you couldn't really complete get the completion record for winning with Pacifist because you couldn't kill the bosses, right? It's not possible. So, well, realistically, you actually could kill the bosses. There's a way, a strategy. Like, for example, I said earlier with the power generator, that one item gives us a ton of damage percent. It scales based on your speed, but it's just highly unlikely. I think you would have to get extremely lucky to make that work. So, generally speaking, you're never killing these bosses on Pacifist. You're just going to sit there and let them do their thing. Maybe you can stand in the middle like this and have some fun. Maybe this can be the thumbnail, huh? Me just taking 100 enemies that are all buffed. Yeah, maybe that'll be the thumbnail. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Okay, we can look at our stats really quickly. Let's see what we have here. 2 coupons saved 627. We have the bags. 2 bags gave us 645 materials. So coupon and bag were kind of equal in this run. That's because we had so many trees, right? 3 trees, lumberjack shirts, dropping crates everywhere. What else do we have here? We also had the fairy plus 34 HP regen. And the only reason we have -3 is because we took the potato, right? Tier 4 item. We also had, what else? Anything else? The dangerous bunnies saved us 151 materials, and recycling machine saved us 196. This is actually the final item we took. If we got it earlier, we would have made so much money from this. But yeah, 715 harvesting, 146 luck, 65 speed, $48, 32 armor, giving us 68% damage reduction. And then we also had 50 HP regen and 141 health. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the run. If you have any questions or anything you want to let me know. Also, sorry, the crown 136 stats gained. Yeah, any questions, anything you want to let me know, please leave a comment below and like the video if you liked it and maybe subscribe. Yeah, thank you. Next time we will be playing the Gladiator. So hope you guys are there for that. And yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye. Bye bye.